looking to go here and compete to see, again, which team stays alive. You lose here, not the end of the world because you're in gold division at least. Still some great competition there, but diamonds, no doubt, where these teams want to be. And you need to win this to have a chance. Moving on to the later match today, playing the winner of the other series. And speaking of that real quickly, let me actually refresh the brackets here, see if we do have a update on it. They both forfeited. No, that's not the case on the bracket.
Oh no, who? Revolution. Revolution is they're up one game.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. I was super surprised when I heard it as well.
We were talking about that. Which series to cast, and I'm definitely glad we chose this one. But I really think Revolution. They beat Dawn before, and maybe Dawn. Yeah, it's not the Dawn that we've known in the past, but still an impressive victory there. And then they also beat Polymorph, which actually was a pretty impressive team to an extent. And just from watching them, it really does seem like it is a team that definitely they're somewhat scary. So. They're kind of one of those teams that we just really don't know much about, but they have potential to do pretty well. So we'll see if they advance on or not. But
I heard I played a Ravenor at least, and he just got out of control, snowballed.
Nice. Now would be proud.
Yeah, that's true. Empath, over here at the Legion team, kind of indicating that Certus wants to sit on a hard carry and not allow Master of Arms.
So my lobby was bugged, so I had to join late right here. But I assume that Deadlift was banned as I'm looking through now. Yeah, okay. So Deadlift, Tremble, Grinix were the bans. It looks like. With who was the fourth ban then?
I think it was Clanks actually. Oh yeah, maybe Swiftblade. I don't know.
It was Clank. Swiftblade was just banned. So okay, gotcha. All right, but yeah. So you see the Midas, Ophelia, Empath though, and then there's the Moira, Prisoner, Parasite here. Coming out from Ringer, so yeah.
Once more though, I don't like that they pick up the Empath this early on. I mean, because it indicates, directly that they want to go for that hard carry.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't pick a hero that's like so dependent on having someone with a high auto attack damage. I mean, Empath is not going to be Snatch, so they could have easily just picked their hard carry and Empath as fourth or fifth pick and had something else as the third pick. I just feel like it gives away so much of the strategy. And now they might not necessarily build their entire strategy around. Their hard carry, they got Ophelia and Midas as well with a lot of push presence and go together and all that, but still, Hellborn team, as you can see, they're getting rid of that Oogie, that Sandref, and also the Bubbles, actually.
Yeah, so to be fair, when it does come to the counterplay, the Oogie and Sandwraith bans, maybe, but the Sandwraith, I think it's kind of the only reaction to maybe that Empath, if anything. There is that great synergy there, of course, so... But other than that, they still have a lot of good options ultimately open. And Ravener is one of those, you could argue. So
yeah, we're just talking about it as well.
Yeah.
Did well in the other series. Why not here?
There we go. They pick it up with that fourth pick. So, again, a hero that will definitely benefit, as really anyone would, of the attack speed and bonus damage and whatnot that Empath brings to the table. So, good for him. And also a very mobile carry, and that's where Empath obviously helps to shine too. Now the fourth pick on the other side, they too need their carry, however, so we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, interesting that Pani was the one that the banned Bubbles. I feel like Bubbles would have been really good for the Hellborn team, especially versus the Empath and the Ravenor as well.
Probably to try to prevent the Prisoner matchup, but yeah, it would have.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
For themselves, though, too.
But where would a Legion team have put my Bubbles though? I guess they could have had it in the mid or the Suicide as well.
Yeah. So that fourth pick, though, putting some thought into it, as you would hope so. About 17 seconds now remaining. Behemoth. And the Suicide Behemoth probably going to bring it to the table here. For them.
Yeah, that's going to be... that's a very solid one. It's just going to prevent Ravenor from getting complete free farm. And I don't think that Empath can really do too much to stop the Behemoth from getting experience at this point. The Ophelia as well, of course. As soon as Behemoth gets that portkey of his, then it's going to be 100% harder for Ophelia to actually put pressure on the towers. So, solid one. I like the Hellborn's draft so far. They got a lot of counters over here to that Ophelia. Prisoner is a great one with that hook. It's impossible to have the creeps hit the tower because one hook and all your creeps are dead. Then it's back to the forest and farm up. Same with the Parasite, you can snatch one of them. So I feel like the Hellborn team is very well prepared at least. And the Legion team, they're kind of all in on the Ravenor, I feel.
Fifth pick. It is going to be a Magnus here. to go with it. So finishing just very solid. The most picked hero by a lot in Magnus, as Quincy would stress there, if he was here. But, yeah, definitely. I mean, all in on the Ravener, sure, but it really does feel like it's honestly some great synergy. You replace a Ravener with a Doctor Repulsor, and it's kind of that same idea, really. Very just aggressive carry earlier on, somewhat mobile, and looking to make kills happen. It's definitely a team that's going to try to snowball into the mid game here. Is Miar Russ. So how do you stop that? Well, apparently Dark Lady's an answer over here for the side of Ringers. They say, you know what? You're not going to win it by the mid game, and we'll win it by the late game with the Dark Lady pickup.
Yeah, that's a great one. I love that one. It's going to be so difficult now for whoever plays a Suicide over at Legion. I mean, Magnus is going to be forced to be in the mid. You cannot have a Magnus Suicide versus a Dark Lady. It's just impossible for him to get anything out of that lane. So it's going to be Midas going up versus that, and well, I mean, that's not going to be easy in itself. Obviously, Dark Lady is great for the fact that he can also use the Taint Soul to harass the Suicide and help his support to completely outbox him.
Yeah. There's a question being brought up in chat about the brackets and why teams are playing each other. First off, so the winner's bracket, the bracket has Chopstick Gaming versus Rat playing each other, but I mean that's just for the sake, because the bracket continues on, but it's not actually going to be played. There is no purpose for it, as we've stated. Those two teams have already qualified. They've already qualified. Their seeding doesn't matter either. That would be the only reason for them to play, if anything. But seeding has absolutely no influence, as it is going to be a group stage format now with the new format of Cycle 1 and for Diamond. So they've qualified. They're not playing anymore. The only games left are the one we're casting here, as well as the other series as we talked about with Revolution versus Russian Dargons. And then the winner of this series and that series play each other in the later match today. And then the winner of that goes to Diamond, and then it's 100% finish. So just to clarify what the qualifiers are coming to a conclusion with here today, they will be absolutely done after today. All the teams that lose today, they will be in the gold division. So 3 out of these 4 teams going gold. So to clarify the little bit of confusion there in the chat going on. It looks like, yeah, you also typed it out. So anyways, all right, back to the game, though. Game number 3 here. We got Midas is heading towards the top lane, so going to be running that Suicide. I mentioned Dark Lady. Definitely setting her up to have a very good time up here with the Babysit Moira especially. Middle lane matchup will be Magnus versus Prisoner. Prisoner pretty good against Magnus. Get that shackle off. Can cause some issues, so needs to be a little careful with that issue. But bottom lane, Behemoth, don't expect him to have a great time. The Ravener Empath.
No, not the best at least. He should be able to get experience though, I think. Unless Empath makes a really good job at just stacking the pull camp and just pulling it over and over. But he's made a successful block at least, I would assume. No, never mind, Ravenor is gonna... I think that was intentional though, by Penny, but yeah, I would assume so. I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can see at least the lane is gonna be pushed back a little bit, I think.
Yeah. At least getting a couple, I think, accomplishes it ultimately. So, yeah, I guess you could argue only blocking a couple maybe still accomplishes ultimately the same thing and also forces them to then tank it a little bit. So maybe there is the idea there. But you see right here, though, Empath is doing what she can. And pretty.
I don't know, it doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, I mean, if you only block 2 creeps, it doesn't work. But I've seen people do it over and over, and I'm not entirely sure what's the reasoning behind. Wouldn't it be better to just block the entire creep wave? Then at least you're going to get experience for the first wave, so you get level 2.
I would think so. You know, Slap has been playing a lot in Thailand recently in Southeast Asia, and they run a lot of Suicide Behemoth over there, so maybe he could answer that question for us appropriately when he comes back here. Actually, he might be back now. I think he was leaving recently. I don't know why I brought that up. It's Slap, though. We have to talk about him at least once every cast. Obligated. Top lane.
Look at the top. I think he might be in trouble on Midas unless... Yep.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. A different guy did not realize that all this was going to be happening, and St. Rox gets credit for the kill right there. So he thought, oh, it's just a Moira. I'm fine. Nope, Parasite and Dark Lady come in. And they set up the easy kill in the end. So good coordination there on the part of Ringers. And did Dark Lady get it even? No, she didn't, but got the assist still. Dark Lady actually, I guess it's only 2 minutes in.
Piney, by the way, is in trouble.
Is he? Oh, wait, down here? Oh, yeah, no, that's the top lane, but...
I mean, he's fine if you're... Yeah, he's fine.
I'm expecting Pandy to be on the support, so I go to the support, but no, he is on the Behemoth. He is fine though. Just
Got a haste rune chasing after him a little bit, just forcing him back to base once more. But yeah, I mean, shouldn't you just be able to use the fish jar again? Empath so far haven't pulled the camp at least, so I feel like he should be able to get a few levels. But no. I mean, he's been busy running around with those marchers instead. Still level 1. That's definitely not where you want to be, at least. How's the mid going, by the way? Slaskader seems to be doing slightly better than the Magnus so far.
Yep. Again, kill potential Prisoner definitely has some decent, but as far as last inning goes, I would think Magnus can hold his own pretty well with that Volcanic Touch, of course.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same auto-attack damage as the Prisoner. A little bit lower. 10 auto-attack damage lower. A little bit more, even. So Prisoner definitely got a bigger edge, but...
Wow, that is a pretty big gap, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's it's so freaking difficult, especially versus a skilled player like Slaskader, who's one of the more outstanding mid players in the game, or 1v1 players for that matter. Then that extra 10 damage is a big deal.
You see middle lane, they had a Behemoth rotating over, see if maybe a hook in and a fissure stun to set something up, but not really getting the chance for it, so doesn't want to waste too much time. He is going to maybe stack the Ancients right here, just trying to make use of his time. But again, he is still level 1. So safe to say, not really accomplishing a Suicide Behemoth, unfortunately, too well. They're going to block off Empath, but he didn't actually get the stun off, so he didn't assist damage right there. And even if he did, though, it really wouldn't have mattered. They just would not have had enough damage. I don't really know what the whole intention was there, to be honest. Nothing...
I don't know why Behemoth is so focused on running in the river. I feel like he should just be blocking over and over. Or at least get mana pods and just out. Oh wow, Ravenor can definitely go for this kill.
Yep, that's a level 1 Behemoth versus a... Now he does have boots at least, but Empath is going to make sure that Certus secures it.
I mean, I feel like as Behemoth, you can just you buy mana pods from the observatory, and then you just last it with the Fisher every single time it's up. I mean, then you get a little bit of... farm at least.
Yeah. And
some experience for that matter. I mean, it's better than just doing nothing at least.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's so... Look at this, even the aggressive war to sight from Stevo Pedro right here. He puts a pay on the secondary tower. So
yeah, Penny's dead.
He's very likely. Yeah, no, he's going to get walled right here probably.
Yeah, okay, they're going to wait for the next creep wave to arrive, actually. Oh, he finds him.
Hey, what's up, buddy? I mean, he's not going to be able to kill him, but he at least knows he's here now. In fact, Panny still needs to be a little careful. Just going to harass him a little bit, but will survive at least. But again, still level 1. It's the Behemoth. I don't want to say it's because he's going to be useless, because he probably has one of the strongest level 1 abilities in the game, but at the same time, you want the levels on him, as you would with any hero. So he's going to need to find those somehow. Yeah, I was going to say maybe rotate into the jungle, but you have a Parasite that's taken over the jungle, so you can't really do that. He's going to have to just try to get some kills, and he heads towards the middle lane, I guess, to do that. So try to find something for him.
Yeah, Moira as well, going into a little bit of an offensive position here. Going to channel the illusion and potentially go for a kill here.
Yep, going on the flank. TP immediately, though, and Darkity will fall back immediately. And that'll be the end of that. TP's canceled.
Yeah, I wonder who was porting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hook in a mid.
Gonna hit Empath. It did. Prison Break comes out. Behemoth coming in just in case. Secures the kill. But at one cost here, Magnus comes in with the eruption. Shackles applied. It's not going to matter, though. It gets the kill onto Behemoth. And now Magnus falling back. He has a regen rune, so he's going to be fine as far as mana issues go. Another 1-for-1 exchange there.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty even one. Oh, they're actually going to stun in a prisoner as well. Needs to be a little bit careful. Prisoner doesn't have the hook yet, though, but Moira was in the neighborhood. Yeah. Top lane, Parasite is actually going to dive onto Midas here.
He wants the kill, but he needs to be extra careful because the TP's now coming in, and he does have Infest up, though, so he should be fine. Magnus, however, has a stun. Is he going to use it? No, he's going to wait for the creep. He stuns the creep. St. Rox immediately comes out of it, though, so yeah, tough situation there. But good getaway from St. Rox. You know, I will say, harping on Panic quite a bit on the Behemoth. He really is struggling. But his teammates around him, I mean, Darkly has been doing really pretty well. Prisoner is dominating that middle matchup, really, especially with that kill now of 350 gold per minute. And even Parasite's been doing solid. So, in that sense, you know, it's still all right for Ringers. Ravener, though, he is really looking good.
Yeah, he's doing way better than Darklead at least. Darklead has actually missed quite a few of last hits. I mean, 350 gold per minute is not bad, but it's yeah, it's not Ravenor class as you can see. I mean, it's almost 100 gold per minute difference between the two, and they have both been completely untouched more or less on this safe lane.
Yeah. You got Darklead's life tube picked up, so the sustainer in the works. So the obvious rune cleaver going to be coming out here in the near future.
Here we go in the mid lane. Actually, Legion team are the ones that are going to initiate.
Yeah, didn't realize Behemoth was nearby though. Prison Break comes out. Magnus in trouble. He will go down. Hook in. It hits Empath. Not going to be enough though. And guess who's here? It is Certes on Ravener. Behemoth falls. Prisoner. Nice wall right there with the angle. Kind of causing quite a bit of issues, in fact, as a Minotaur running in from Ophelia as well. They get the kill on Prisoner. They get the kill onto Moira, and Parasite has to fall back with the Catman champion. So very successful fight there for Mir Russ. And yeah, the wall from Empath had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, beautiful wall by him, and an excellent support in from Ravenor. I like the fact that he's aggressive this early on, and as you can see there right now, he's got him or been given mana as well from Ophelia, so he can just keep on farming after that. And now he's almost closing in at 500 gold per minute already at like 8.5 minute mark. That's so scary for Hellborn, especially like when you're struggling so much. I mean, Dark Lady is, I mean, by no means like going to outcarry Ravenor when it comes to the late game, but she is so squishy, and before she gets like 2 or 3 items, she's more or less going to be useless in the team fights. She's still got the cover of darkness, of course, which is a useful ability, but in terms of team fight, like before you actually get a shrunken head, then you're not going to be able to do anything from a Legion team. Like Ravenor hits one wrecking ball on you, or not the wrecking ball, what is the name of it? Ball lightning.
Ball lightning,
I love to call it wrecking ball. But either way, the Ball of Lightning or the Magma Stun or anything like that, I mean, then the Dark Lady is 100% dead, and there's really nobody on the Hellborn team except maybe the Arcane Vortex from Mora that can just keep him alive in those team fights. So he's going to need a Rune Axe, and potentially you want Abyssal Skull before you get Shrunken Head as well. So there's a long way to go if you're Hellborn, and I must say that the Legion team, they got an opportunity here.
Well, Prisoner in a lot of trouble indeed, as the wall off from Behemoth, it almost hurts Prisoner a little bit. He's going to be forced to use the Prison Break though, says I might as well fight. It's a beautiful pull in right there as well. Magnus goes down, but now Prisoner is going to die as the creeps assisting with damage. Midas gets credit there. Minotaur taken over by Parasite. Behemoth will just throw out a fissure stun, kill off as many creeps as he can, and they are going to be successful with that at least. Meanwhile, though, bottom tower goes down. So again, going off that point too, it's Ravener is one of those heroes you really need to keep in check for the very beginning. They put 0 priority into that, and now we'll see how that's going to backfire if it really does. Certes level 10, he misses that ball lighting right there, so not going to get any kills out of it. But yeah, as you're stressing, the portal key is already well on the way with the Abyssal Skull finish. Well, actually, he might go the Thunderclaw. That's proven to be a very popular pickup on him as well, to really help add those power overwhelming charges. But top lane, are they going to get a kill on a Dark Lady? Maybe not. TP's coming
he's
in.
gonna hit, or maybe not. Actually, he went for Striders on Magnus. He's way too slow.
Yeah, out of range right there. He's gonna have to stun the illusion, but Dark Lady is gonna make the escape. Mori doing a good job as well to make sure they can't catch that distance.
Yeah, Ravenor needs to be a little bit careful as well. I mean, he cannot. Okay, well, his team is falling back, and he's still here. I don't know about this one.
Yeah, he's dangerous, but I agree. I don't know if he's that dangerous yet. And actually, Ball Lightning, he's going to stun with it? No. He's fine.
Okay, yeah, he was fine. Too much armor. They don't deal enough physical damage yet from the Hellborn team. But Magnus, I don't know why. I mean, he's going for Striders. Does he struggle that much? He's below 200 gold per minute, so it's safe to say that he's having a tough time. But Striders, like, once more, I mean, they're already all in on Ravenor. I feel like he should at least try to build a little bit more into that farming build rather than purely for rotations and ganks.
Yeah. He's choosing to try to set up those kills instead, and well, we'll see how that means the portal key ideally will be a little bit quicker at least. But as far as the overall mana issues, that could be of an issue. I think that's the bigger thing with choosing to go that over the Steam Boots. But top tower pushed in by Dark Lady. The Rune Cleaver getting a little bit closer now as a result of that too. As there's I believe that's is that the second? No, it is just the first. Usually they wait for the 2 to be purchased, then they deliver it, but in this case, Fibeli wants that first broadsword ASAP. Might as well assist a little bit in damage.
I don't know what just happened here during the last minutes or so. I mean, Legion team were on a mission. They were playing so well, and then, like now, 2 minutes later, everything is just stopped. All the momentum just disappeared from the map. They allow the Hellborn team to get a free tier 1 tower at the top. Ravener stopped farming and actually were dropping in gold per minute rather than increasing, even when he had that Abyssal Skull picked up and the entire forest was stacked. As you can see here, Ophelia is now taking the creeps or the stacks instead. Yeah, Hellborn team, I don't know. They were 4 people up at the top. I think they committed a little bit more to those gank attempts. It just didn't happen. And now the Hellborn team is, I mean, Darklady is closing in on that Rune Cleaver, and he's closing in on the Ravenor.
He is, but you know, as you did point out, though, Darklady is going to need still a little bit more time, even with the Rune Cleaver, to start to really get beefy to the point where she is extra scary. Where Ravener, that is going to happen a little quicker, and it is still even at this rate. So I think that's what they're probably banking on is Mira Russ. Get that portal key, and it looks like he may actually be going just straight into the portal key next. Get that PK, and then just go. That's my idea, at least, and if they do that, then I think there definitely is a possibility that could work out. But if they don't do that, if he gets the PK or maybe even the Thunderclaw here continues to farm, I'm starting to be with you a little bit that they might need to look at their game plan here because Darklady is most certainly having a high GPM keeping up with Ravener and expecting that to surpass even once that Rune Cleaver does get finished. So I was almost criticizing the Hellborn team a little bit for maybe, in hindsight, not addressing Ravener from the very beginning of this game or all throughout it. But, hey, right now it could pay off if they are able to hold it off a little bit longer. Did he buy the portal key? I think
yes,
he did. Okay. So now we're going to see. Let's see if he actually looks to use it or if he continues to farm.
Yeah, they have the Astro as well on the Ophelia, so there should be no question about Legion team being very dominating in those team fights. Our Legion team or Hellborn team shouldn't be able to get a kill unless there is a prisoner hook into a shockwave or anything like that. Actually, bot lane Pan is going to go down, so that should secure yet another tower in the mid for the Legion team. I hope they continue to push here.
So, yeah, he does use it right away. That's good news. They get that tower. Will they continue? It doesn't look like it, actually. Well, maybe.
I think they should.
Oh, maybe they are now. The hook just used right there, so.
Oh, the wall?
Yep.
It's going to connect.
That is going to connect indeed. The Essence Link stun comes out, and guess who's here? It's Ravener. Joins the party with the portal key, and down goes Prisoner. So, Certus most certainly using that portal key. So, the whole strategy, getting that portal key, and then timing here, it clearly is working out right now for Mira Russ once again. And will they stay grouped up in the middle
I think
lane?
they should. They should just keep on the pressure. Like either that or, yeah, you could go top as well and try to get 2 towers, but as you can see, I mean, Behemoth's going to head towards the bot lane, and he's going to start farming once more, trying to reach that portal key, and when he reaches that portal key, I mean, then the tables are turned. Then it's probably the Hellborn team that has the upper edge in those team fights, or at least to a certain extent. They got opportunity to make big plays.
Roaming through the jungle right here, seeing if they can maybe catch the Darklady. They're getting close to it, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. There's a ward of sight here that is going to spot them roaming through, so Darklady very aware. In fact, sees the Ravener coming over, but just going to mess with him a little bit. But yeah, it looks like they may end up heading towards the top lane here and make a push happen up there instead. Obviously, Ravener, yeah, not only continuing to hit the creeps here in the jungle on his way up there because farming purposes, but wants to keep the charges up as, oh, he's porting bottom actually. Go down here. Yo, Parasite's nearby. He doesn't know that. And now he's out of mana, actually. Ravener might be in trouble right here. Shockwave coming out. There's the Ophelia's touch. He's going to hold his ground, go for at least a turn kill. He is tanky. He gets the 1 kill, but I don't know if he's getting out of this. Yeah. Oh, maybe he is. No, he's not. The Fate's trying to finish it off, but now Parasite in trouble. He's able to infest at the last second, gets away in the Hell Cannon, and the Moira Illusion will be fine as well. Or Moira herself will be fine, of course. And the middle tower goes down in the process. So what a sequence of events there for Ringers coming out.
Ravener going for that kill as well. That was incredibly greedy. He was 100% fine if he just kept running, but instead trading his life for the Behemoth, that's not worth it at this point. I know Panny's going to have his portal key as well. Doesn't have the highest level. Well, actually, he's leveling up the heavyweight over the Fisher. So, okay, he's still going to have a pretty impactful Shockwave. But, yeah, I mean, the more important part is that Darklady is now almost up at the 500 gold per minute mark, and she can get the Abyssal Skull at this point. Then it's only 4k away from that shrunken head, and when she hits that, then I don't think the Legion team is going to win this game anymore.
Yeah. When you said those words, Panny almost has his portal key, I did not believe you, but I just looked over, and you are right. He just got his portal key. Wow. He was really struggling at the beginning of this game, but 17-minute portal key for the way he was struggling early on, that is very, very good news for the Hellborn side. So yeah, you mentioned the heavyweight, that he at least has that up level 3, so his shockwave should be pretty solid here. And he hasn't shown it yet, and that really should catch Mar off guard. I would not believe that the Behemoth would have a portal key at this time of fire them. So will he be able to get the maximum efficiency there or not is the question. As I say that, he shows himself, so never mind. Oh, no, he dropped it.
No.
Nice,
yeah.
nice. Okay, good. Good job, Pandy. I should have had more faith in you.
He dropped the portal key instead of the Striders.
Oh, you did it, Stewie. You did it. Drop the Striders joke when we're casting Panny. We love Panny, guys. We love Panny. He's a great guy. Trust us when I say that. At least I.
Yes.
I don't know about you. I mean, you might hate him. But I love Panny. He's my fellow Greek.
Yeah. Panny is awesome.
He knows it's in joking fashion when we
Yes, of course.
do that. Just like Hacks and his robot legs. Prisoner, portal key on him. No, he's actually going Shrunken. Doesn't feel the need to get the PK himself, as Behemoth does have it. So
He knows as long as they can stand their ground and defend their towers, they're not losing this game. Not when Fibali is farming at this speed. I don't know. I mean, no Energizer as well on Ophelia, but Legion team are still not grouping up. I'm not entirely sure what they're waiting for. I mean, you cannot wait for yet another. I mean, Ravener, you just picked up the Fun Claw. Okay, great, you got another farming item, but like, are you seriously gonna sit back until you got another set of items? Because otherwise, you're wasting time. Like, there's absolutely no reason for why it should be 5 people together now if you're Legion.
I will say, kind of like a Tremble, Thunderclaw is actually it's a mix of a farming tool and also a combat tool in Ravener, because it does add the charges up quite a bit. So, and actually he is going to find Moira right here. One more auto tech should secure it. He gets it off right there. So start the Harkon not going to matter. The Fissure Stun also not mattering. Ball Lightning in 7 seconds, so not going to be in time there. And Behemoth will make the escape. But yeah, he got the item as you're pointing out. Now they are going to be aggressive once again. And as I say that, he's porting bottom lane. They want Prisoner. Midas, can he get in range? There goes Ravener. They don't even need Midas. Ravener, he is a very powerful hitting carry early on.
That is. Hopefully they continue to pressure now. Ophelia, though, is up at the top lane, so they're not going to have the support from her. Actually going to continue the farming. Hasn't had the most of impact. She's been staying pretty quiet. I mean, farming for 840 gold per minute. There's going to use the Ophelia's touch. What's happening down at the bot? Was that a shockwave usage?
That was a shockwave use, and it really didn't do a whole lot. And that's unfortunate on several levels. Not only is not securing a kill, and in fact, he might get killed himself. As Ravener misses the ball lightning, he's like, I don't even need it. I'm just going to go up and auto-attack him down. Oh, maybe he would have needed it because he's in trouble now. Darkly comes in. Darkly has a Shrunken, but it's not going to matter. Oh, my God. She actually stays alive in the end. They get the kill on Ravener. She runs away, but his teammates are going to fall on Moira. Darkly is still sticking around. Very risky by Darkly here, and she is going to charge strikes away in the end. But Prisoner now coming in, pulls back in Magnus. Magnus prism raked, and he ain't getting out of that prison. He ends up falling. In the end, big picture, they come out on top, does Ringers, especially with the kill on a Ravener right there. So missing that ball lightning did end up costing him his life.
Yeah, that it did. That was, yeah, he's probably beating himself up after that one. That is something that he's not allowed to miss, not at this level, not if he wants to qualify for Diamond. It's a bit unfortunate, of course, but I still think that the main reason for why Legion team are having so much trouble in this game is because they're not playing around Ophelia. And she is the kind of hero that you build your team around. You gotta play with her strengths and with that Astro. Because otherwise there's no idea to pick her up at all. I mean, then it's better to just have a defensive hero like a Solstice or a Legionnaire or something that actually secures a late game. I mean, so far she has had like absolutely zero presence in this game. Of course, she has been playing well. It's not her fault. It's just the team that they don't play around her. They are always spread out on the map. I haven't seen them grouped up as 5 people once this game.
Yeah, very true, and that goes back to, sure, he got the portal key, he did get a couple of kills with it, so was really using it in that sense, but as you pointed out, went back to kind of farming a little bit, got the Thunderclaw, maybe got a kill with it, but then back to, now at the bottom lane, he was trying to get some more kills, maybe that was going to be the group up, but obviously overextending right there, getting killed, and that kind of made everyone fall back, so, but yeah, you would figure now, maybe almost learning the lesson that we probably should think about doing some kind of strategy like that, because sure, Ravener goes back to, I mean, on paper, great carry early game and is going off to a fantastic start here. And most certainly still is pretty threatening in the later game, but There are not many more dangerous carries in a Dark Lady, especially when they're getting farmed like she is. Eruption in the meantime going up there. It doesn't get off, though, and now he's in trouble as Dark Lady comes in with that cleave. The shockwave goes off the prison break. Surges dropping. Surges will fall right there. Dark Lady just too powerful in the midst of it with the team support. Midas is caught out as well. The Legion team being clumped as they were, that was to the benefit 100%. For Ringers. Now Ophelia is at least going to be able to clean up one kill right there on a Behemoth, doing her best now pro Marine to try to survive and prevent the genocide, but Mora cuts her off and down goes Ophelia. St. Rox with a double tap, and that was a genocide indeed in the end.
What a canceled the Magnus Eruption, I didn't see. I thought it was going to go off. That would have, I mean, that would have turned the team fight into the Legion's favor 100% time because they would have gotten 3 kills straight off the fight, or even before the fight started. That was so freaking unfortunate. And Ravenor jumped in, or he polkeyed into a stun as well, so he wasn't able to get any damage off. Now the Hellborn team.
I got the replay up here, and I'm still not sure. I really am not sure because Dark Lady didn't go up at that time. Because they got transmuted. Like, I almost want to say he moved himself. Yeah, I'm not 100% on that, though, so I don't want to, call him out in that sense. But, man, maybe it was Prison Break. Okay, it very likely could have been Prison Break. Maybe it was Prison Break. That's the only thing that I can see. No, because it wasn't up. It wasn't up. I don't know. I don't know.
If that's unfortunate, at least. If that would have gone up, the Legion team would have probably gotten 2 tier 2 towers as well, because that would have been a complete genocide in their favor. Maybe they wouldn't have gotten Dark Lady, but they would have gotten 4 heroes at least.
Yeah, so they see the turn there at the end, but then Ophelia falls. So genocide for the Hellborn team, and man, Mar had their chances. They had a chance to do the whole grouping up and push while they have that chance, and they didn't necessarily go all out with it. A couple of overextensions coming out from Ravener especially. And now you have a Dark Lady at 620 gold per minute. Is not gonna go downhill from here by any means. It's just gonna keep going up and up, of course, as that's what the hero does. So Mar, I mean, there's still a game left, and by all means still a chance to win this, but it's now so much more difficult that they haven't been able to capitalize enough just yet at this point in the game. But still plenty of reason to continue playing, as again they still have a chance. It's going to come down to now really about getting a big pick off here and there.
Yeah, I mean, this is gold or diamond in this game, so they're not going to give in, or they're not going to give up until the very end.
Yeah. So we'll need to win one more series if you want to qualify for diamond after this. But
that's
stay alive at least.
The chances are gone at least for diamond.
Yes. You lose here, it is going to be a gold division for you. So, and it's not easy to get into diamond, honestly, after this. Not that these qualifiers are easy. I'm on 100+ teams signing up, and only 3 are making it. But especially now with the relegation matches, remember, from every cycle. As you've seen in the video several times, I'm sure explained, but to reiterate, it's at the end of every cycle, the bottom 2 teams from the group stages of diamond will play the top 2 teams from the gold division to then determine who goes diamond the next cycle. So the diamond teams could very likely stay in diamond if they win that relegation match series. So just because you get top 2 in gold doesn't mean you're moving on, unlike previous seasons. But I like that. I like that. It really puts another level in terms of diamond is an elite division. You really got to earn it.
Yeah, it's more fair. I mean, we've seen our previous seasons, we saw a lot of times where like someone, got up diamond of the winning gold, and then they dropped straight back to gold, not winning a single game in diamond. Obviously, that's not going to be the case this time. Like, if you make it to diamond, then you're more than worth it of actually being there, and then you should be able to contest even the top teams.
Absolutely. So here we go, though. Dark Lady just roaming around, finding more farm now in the Legion jungle. More than just her, though. You look at the team support, and Mora does have the portal key, of course. Always go back to a fantastic item on her if you can get it earlier on. Hell, any time of the game, but especially early on. Parasite, I assume that's a level 3 puzzle box, although I can't click on them currently, but probably what the GPM rating has. Kongor is being done. Now, this is spotted, though. Wardaside definitely has plenty of vision here. And they are heading over, kind of. Midas is spotted. That is going to scare them off for now. I think Ravener just got the targeted purchase. It's being delivered, so he really wants that before a fight breaks out here.
Oh, yeah, he needs to be careful.
That was close.
That was incredibly close. That was like if the Fisher would have hit, he would have been dead. No buyback.
That could have been game right there.
Yeah.
That could have been it. So does stay alive for now. But yeah, no, he gets the Shrunken delivered. His charges have fallen off, so he needs to add those up again. Not a whole lot of resources to do that with right now, though.
Nope. Forest is going to be empty for yet another half minute, so.
You see kind of back at the Kongor pit. They're still trying to slowly damage him down here at this rate. Frostburn on Dark Lady.
They need a bound eye if they want to be able to do anything in this game. The Legion team, I mean, the only way that they win this, I feel, is if they actually get like 1 or 2 pickoffs, you know. But as of right now, the Hellborn team got plenty of wards, and it's not going to happen unless Hellborn team misplays big time.
Here we go, back in the Kongor pit. Again, this Hellborn team, though, in areas like this, they have the advantage, it feels like, with Behemoth and Prisoner especially. So it is a tough spot for the Legion team right now. Oh, Minus going in. That was not good as different guy goes down immediately. Magnus in the meantime off to the side. He gets caught by Parasite and now he's being chased down right here. As is Empath. Empath can't use the As-1. Ravener says, I gotta go. He will go in right here. He does have the charges, but the Arcane Vortex immediately stops him. And now they can set up for a turn on to Ravener. He needs to be careful with this. They're kind of sitting in the background. Prison Break pulls him. They catch Mora. Mora will fall. Darkin is kind of in and out. She's not sure. She will go in right here, though. Signs Dark Blades are up, but she gets caught by Ravener. Actually, no, she is going to be fine. She already used her Shrunken, I'm guessing. Yeah, she used it earlier in the fight. Doesn't have it right here, but the shockwave from Behemoth. Midas goes down. Empath goes down. Ophelia trying to live. It's a hat trick for Belly. Not going to be a quad kill, but they clean up. Ravener was busy just getting away, it looks like. And the Hellborn team comes out on top, and now they're going to kill Kongor.
Very sloppy fight from the Legion team, but the Hellborn team had a great patience there with the Fibeli, like kind of like running out and in a little bit in the first. But oh wait, Certus is still in.
Gosh.
He's gonna go for it.
He feels like this is the game. Has to try something. He doesn't have a Shrunken though. Remember, Eruption. No, it's gonna be canceled by Darkity. Magnus is fighting, and that fissure block by the way kills Darkity, but down goes Ravener, and Magnus will go down as well. I gotta say that fissure block probably saved the game right there. Not saved, but made it so Ravener wasn't going to be able to win that fight for them because it blocked him off from killing Dark Lady. And Magnus, there was no way he was going to do that by himself. And then they get Kongor after. So even with Dark Lady dying, they still win the fight in the end.
That'll do. I don't know what happened with the Certus. I didn't even see. He didn't buy back. He was just in the area, I guess. That just felt like it came from nothing. I mean, if they would have actually gotten Dark Lady there at that start, and Magnus would have gotten his Eruption off, or if Magnus could have somehow sneaked to the side and gotten an Eruption up on 3 players instead, that could have been a big swing for momentum right there. But now the Dark Lady, or actually Prisoner is the one who picks up the token. Hellborn team must be feeling pretty good about themselves.
Here, let me say that replay once again. Yeah, no, Ravener was hanging around, kind of resetting, farming the creeps, trying to keep some charges up. But then right here, when he tries to jump in, as Kongor is just about dead, he goes on to Dark Lady. You see the fissure stun happens, and then he gets pulled over the fissure stun. And so Dark Lady's just left against Magnus. He tried to go in with the Eruption. It got canceled by the Dark Blades. And then by the time Ravener got back to Dark Lady, he was already dead at that point, too. So yeah, the fissure stun and then the hook on top of that is what really did it right there.
Yeah, I think he hit the lightning ball onto Dark Lady, but I wasn't able to use the second charge, or yeah.
No, he stunned in. He did. He stunned in with it. He actually ported with it.
Oh,
but then
really?
He got pulled out over the fissure block.
Oh, damn.
And he couldn't get back into the Kongor pit. So yeah, it was actually both Behemoth and Prisoner. That made a big play right there to keep them alive and win the fight ultimately.
And no, Shrunken Head, of course, was finished on Prisoner in the last fight, but he got another 2k almost saved up, and Pani just picked up a Storm Spirit as well. Actually going to go here onto Empath. That should be a secure kill. Maybe?
There we go. Just a matter of time. Yeah, not much you can do. By the way, the Legion team has 2 Abyssal Skulls. I'm just realizing that was actually pointed out in chat, so they've had it for a while even. Ophelia and Ravener both have an Abyssal Skull, so a little bit of miscommunication there. Ophelia especially. I mean, Ravener always gets Abyssal Skull, I feel like, so you probably should know that, honestly, even with lack of communication. But
yeah. At least to his defense, they haven't been together like once this game, so it hasn't necessarily made too much of an impact.
That is true. There is, yeah, no, we've seen it before, and it's not like the worst thing ever. In fact, Ravener will probably eventually sell the Abyssal Skull for something else, but it's I don't know if that was planned or not.
Probably not.
Well, the Legion side, though, again, Ravener, he hasn't really been able to get much else. 440 gold per minute. I thought he would have used a buyback or something like that, but no, he hasn't used a buyback either. So he really just hasn't been able to get his next tier item, though, since the Shrunken. He's only on 1,000 gold right now, too. Not too sure what really is.
Maybe he has something in the inventory?
Maybe. He must, yeah, because I feel like he should have at least more gold than that then. That probably is what it is. He has a double damage rune bottled up, by the way, so that could come into use here in the near future. They find themselves in a fight. Which
only 25 charges, though.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he is minimal charges. You're right. He missed the ball lightning completely. The mana center right off the bat. Now he has a double damage rune, but it's not going to matter. He was minimal charges in that fight. I think that was a big deal. Magnus Eruption, though. That's going to be a big one right there. Will they clean up? They absolutely will. They get Darkany. They got Behemoth. Parasite, no. The Arcane Vortex will stall it for now. Prisoner coming in. Prisoner, by the way, he's the one that got the token in the end, and now he's coming back in to go for the turn kill on a Magnus. He will get that. Now, I don't know about much else, though. Ravener can't buy back. Magnus could if he wanted to, but he did already use the Eruption. The wall off, not really the best right there. And Prisoner will continue to run. Midas, oh, nice portal key from Moira, however. Going to prevent a kill onto her. And now the turn once again from the Hellborn side. Nope, that should be the end of it. Wow, what an Eruption from Magnus. Saving the day, if anything.
Yeah, that was almost a big turn for the Legion team. If they would have only been able to get the Parasite as well, then that would have been incredible. Oh, wait, actually, never mind. They might get the Parasite after all.
He's in the Vulture now. Running. Prisoner nearby, but Prisoner also low. Big turn on the Empath. That'll be a quick kill. And that'll be the end of that. So, ends up being a kill on Empath instead. And they are going to fall back from there, maybe. Although Moira coming in.
Parasite is actually heading back in as well. He doesn't have a phase hack though, so it shouldn't be enough damage to bring down the Ophelia here. This is just going to be risky. He's probably just going to scout it out a little bit. Are they seriously going to try to go for this? I mean, Parasite's still running after.
Yeah, he's low on life. If anything, they can harass her quite a bit, but yeah, I don't think... Oh, well, here comes Behemoth now. That could secure then. But they would have to go pretty deep at this point, so...
Yeah, Darkblade is here now, though, for the backup if they were to need it. Once you got on a Snake Bracelet. Oh, the Shockwave! You're gonna miss. He's gonna block the way, though.
Yeah, that was the timing. Serachis definitely saw something coming, and in the end, he is going to be fine. That was a big attempt there from Behemoth, but unfortunately not executing the best. He pulls in Ophelia right there. Does Prisoner. Darkany goes in, pops her Shrunken again. Ravener doesn't have a Shrunken currently. He just used it. Magnus goes into the back row with the Eruption. Nice Storm Speed, though, on a Behemoth. Mitigating all that damage. Magnus will fall in the end. And the rest of the Legion has to fall back from here. So this is going to be an easy tower push now.
Yeah, Shrunken head down on Ravenor. Of course, you cannot take a fight at that point. And another beautiful hook from Slask is going to secure the Hellborn team. An advantage here, or a possibility here to take the racks.
Serachis sidestep coming out, dodges that hook. Moira.
Ah, Moira! That's a real one.
A little too close. Yeah. I don't know if he knows about his ephemeral forge or not, but maybe he thought that was an illusion. Well, yeah, he kind of ran out there a little recklessly and gets killed. So they prevent the tower push in the end. So again, did they buy back? I don't think anyone bought back there, actually. I just think they just simply defended that.
Yeah, I think so.
Buybacks were from earlier, so definitely, again, goes back to still being in it. Ravener has to have something, man. He still has not bought anything new. And
I don't know if he has it.
What
he's
is
dropping
he going next?
Yeah, I mean they need raw damage. That's like
Assassin
there's not a way.
maybe?
I mean, I don't. Nah, I think he needs something a little bit. I don't know. He can't go for the Dawnbringer. I feel like he needs some damage, like just raw freaking damage. I don't know what that could be.
Something like that?
Yeah, but in that case he would have to sell an item though. After he picked up the Brutalizer, or for the next item after the Brutalizer. So I don't think that's the right way to go. But yeah, it's so difficult to say. I don't know. I mean, I would have just said that he should go for a Savage Mace or something.
Yeah.
Just for the Wingbone, Dark Lady. I feel like they have to try to burst down the Dark Lady in the fights, otherwise they're never going to win the game. Like, they do have the sheep stick now onto Midas as well here in 500 gold, so maybe if they could potentially find a Dark Lady somehow to position and just burst through that wing bow of hers and bring her down real fast, then maybe. But, I mean, as the wards are right now on the map as well, I mean, I still feel like Empath has to pick up a Bondi, either him or Ophelia.
By the way, apparently earlier in that big Kongor fight, the Hellborn team won. I guess, I don't know if it was on purpose or accident or if it was good or not. I honestly didn't catch that, but apparently Certus got sent back by Ophelia in that last fight, and that's why he kind of wasn't there, and it'll kind of reset as they were attempting Kongor that second time. So, yeah, I'm not even sure if that was good or bad or not. But anyways, back to this fight coming up right here. Midas is thought about going in, but tries to fall back from there. Moore catches him, though. Dark Lady runs in. A couple of auto attacks that are nearly dead as Ravenor's having to deal with his own issues up here. Midas goes down. Behemoth and Prisoner locking down Ravener this whole time. Cover of Darkness comes out. Mammoth's Eruption in, but Dark Lady's still well alive. The Life's still doing some work right here. And actually trying to get the kill on Ophelia right now, and it looks like he will be able to as the pull-in on a Ravener gets the kill, and now Empath by herself. She ain't escaping this unless Magnus gets a stun off, which he does.
Yeah,
and now he dies in the process. A hat trick coming out for St. Rock's Hellborn team. They're on the verge, I think. Ravener, he gets pulled back in. He popped back for this, by the way, and he's going to die immediately after. Vote to concede. GG, well played. It will be Ringers advancing on here over Miar Russ. Hell of a performance from them. Dark Lady, it's the lesson that so many teams have had to learn the hard way. And I think Mar was just one of those teams here. They did not address her really at all. Nearly enough.
They did not. You gotta blame them a little bit for not going together as a 5 when they had the opportunity. When they picked up the pull key, I felt like they had, like, they just got 2 kills like in the mid as soon as Ravenor picked up the pull key and Ophelia had Astro, but for some reason they just didn't continue to push. But Hellborn team, yeah, playing really excellent, and now they're only 1 series away from actually making it to Diamond. And I'm not entirely sure how the other series is going. It looks like it's still ongoing here with the game number 2, actually. There is a Shadow Blade on side of Revolution that's level 22, 3 levels higher than anyone else in the game. So it seems to be a really even one if you want to jump into that.
Yeah, let's do that. But Certus, I happen to not be D&D, any buddy message looking for a team right after they lose right there. So.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if that is a little bit of trollish or if maybe there actually is something there, but let's set up for this next series here. Let me go to the versus screen real quick. All right, so we're jumping into Catlamine. Would it be him? Yeah. Let's see. So let me get the sides here. Let me get the overlay set up. You said this is game 2?
I would assume so. It's 40 minutes in, and the first one was a long one. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, the brackets say this is game 2 as well. Yeah, 1-0 Revolution, as you pointed out.
I mean, we did have that 50-minute deadlift game in the series, so that's probably why.
Oh, wow. Okay, so jumping here, let me update the graphic real quickly, guys. I apologize here. I'll put it on the in-game, but it will be the wrong graphics for now. But this is interesting what we got going on here. So, yeah, tell us what we're seeing here, Snooey.
We've got a Shadow Blade, or on the side of the Hellborn Revolution, we got a Shadow Blade with 630 gold per minute. Then the supporting cast consists of a Hellbringer, a Myrmidon, and a Blitz, plus a Magnus. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to take from this. It seems like they're all in on their Shadow Blade carry, and it's, as of right now, it's working out beautifully for the Legion team. Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Yeah, that's right. You weren't casting with me when I casted these guys. I think it was Shortcon was with me that day. They've done a very similar strategy to this. They did it against whatever team they were playing. I think it was Polymorph that day. They destroyed it. Myrmidon Blitz, they actually ran it in a lane together, an aggressive dual lane. It destroyed the lane that they went up against. It was very powerful. It was really fun to watch. So they've definitely done this before. And Shadowblade Scurry has played before, and I was very impressed with the Shadowblade play. He's one of those guys. He really maximizes that Essence Link, I'm guessing, or Essence Shift. Yeah, it's 62 plus strength right now. On it, he buys the items, does the Essence Shift, and then sells them shortly after. He makes sure to maximize that there, and he's clearly doing that here. Now, I will say, I feel like he kind of did this last game. He stayed with the strength into the late game, and I don't think that necessarily is usually the best option. Shortcut and I were actually having a discussion about that. He feels like, from what he understands, now he didn't say 100% confidence by any means, but from what he understands in the discussion there, is that agility is ultimately the way to go. But it should either be agility or intelligence in that later game to really maximize your damage. Strength gets to a point where you're already tanky enough. Do you really need to be even more tanky? So that's kind of my statement.
Looks like
there.
he's going for that guilty in this game, though.
He
He doesn't really have any strength items, so definitely picked up on that.
But yeah, so he's sitting in the strength essence shift, but at the same time, yeah, he has the wing bill, the Domberger, the Ganjiro, so seems like the agility aspect is there. So, but yeah, now that's what I was getting at. He has the essence shift towards strength, so.
Yeah, maybe want to look to change that up. Who has the token of life, by the way? They didn't give it to Shellblade.
Hellbringer.
I feel like he almost could have just dropped his Final Claw for the time being and picked up the token of life and just gone full out on that agility. But, what? They are crazy over here. Hellbringer, by the way, he's going to get caught, and he's the one with the token, so he's going to respawn here.
Now, this could have worked, though. If he Malphuses right as he comes up and catches, yeah, they're going to spread. There we go. There's a first Malphus. He has a second one. He didn't hit anyone with it, so really not the greatest Malphus.
He missed everyone.
Yeah, he missed everyone completely. The second one is not coming out just yet, though. He doesn't have enough mana. He's out of mana, actually. He gets caught prisoner, goes back in. However, Shadowblade is in the midst of this, and he is doing tons of work as expected. Ravener, I don't know if he's going to be able to handle this, and it doesn't look like he is. He's going to go down. It's a hat trick for Squirry, and I think we just witnessed Revolution defeating Russian Dargons 2-0. We did.
I have no clue how the freaking hell these guys pull it off. I did not expect this whatsoever. I haven't been looking at them too much, but I mean, I was just looking over the bracket and I didn't see any necessarily two strong teams that they had beaten. So I figured Russian Dargons, after their performance yesterday, where they were really close to beating Chopstick Gaming themselves, I was like, okay, Russian Dargons, this is going to be an easy one for them. But Revolution shows me wrong, and with some very interesting draft. I mean, probably catching Russian Dargons off guard a little bit. Now they're only one game as well, or one series away from actually making it to Diamond themselves. And this is a team that I definitely didn't see coming.
We almost expected there to be at least one of those, right? In these qualifiers, every single year, it seems like we get one or two of those teams. It's like, wait, who are these guys? And then by the end of the season, they're known to be just a solid team, if not, as I was referred to, from last season. Hell, we just had Bad Monkey Gaming. That was a team we really did not know anything about going into the season. People may forget that, but they were that case. And then they end up winning Han Tour Season 3. So I'm not sitting here saying Revolution's going to win Han Tour Season 4 by any means, but this is a team that, again, clearly showing that they are a team to reckon with, and they are now one step away from going to Diamond Division. So, and I have been genuinely impressed with their play, with the games that we have watched them, going back to what I was talking about earlier as well. So I'm actually trying to look at who they even got knocked down into the losers bracket by. Going through the brackets here, Revolution, where are they?
I think it was Rat.
Would it have been a Rat?
No, wait. Was it? Wait, maybe it wasn't.
Wow, they must have got knocked out early, actually.
The
Oh, they got knocked out by Chopstick Gaming. So there you go. I mean, they got knocked out by obviously a very good team in Chopstick Gaming who just qualified yesterday for Diamond Division. So that's why they were even in the losers bracket in the first place, which is respectable there, of course. So we have our final matchup set up. Revolution versus Ringers will be our final match here, the qualifiers, to decide the final team going to Diamond Division. A team of Ringers, it's funny saying that, but we know really all their players. Revolution, we don't really know much about them, but it should be a good match. That's what we do know. In the best of three there, so.
There are teams.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a break here. It's only 2:20 Eastern right now, so there will be a little bit of a break here on Honcast. So we got a big matchup coming, so nothing really wrong with that. We'll of course keep the stream on and play some videos here, but definitely expecting